Six-time Berlin Raceway track champion Ross Musen getting the inversion draw. He qualified fifth quick. Campbell drawing the minimum inversion of a 5 puts Musen P1 in the Berlin 125. Alec Carl, the Grand Rapids native, outside of row number 1. CoglinCars.com. Pace car about to pull into the infield. It's in the hands of Ross Musen in the 99. Alec Carl, the number 5. 26 cars, 6 different states. The 7/16 mile of the Berlin Raceway. Race number 3, the 2015 racing season. The green flag is out. We are racing. Musen, your leader in the 99 machine. Carl back to second. Battle for third now. Oh, we got trouble in the backstretch. Matt Hall goes off the back. Caution flag will fly. One of our 6 Seneca Performance Rookie of the Year title contenders, Matt Hall, goes flying off the backstretch before a lap was completed. Puts out the yellow flag for the first time this evening. Nothing down. That's right, the Battle of Berlin 251 a month from today. Tuesday, June 16th, the first round of the JEG CRA $100,000 Super Late Model Triple Crown Series. Going to be a great race, a stout entry list already up. But we're here at the Berlin 125 first and foremost. Chief starter Brian Nuck in the green flag in hand, and we're back underway. And Musen again jumping out to the early lead, the 99 machine. Alec Carl back to second one more time, and again a battle for third. The 101 of Joe Bush. Travis Braden to 0-1. Leader lap 1, Ross Musen. Joe Bush inch into the inside of Travis Braden. That is forward to third and final podium position. Brian Campbell, your Edco Welding fast qualifier right there as well in the 47. On the outside of him, overall rookie points leader, Grant Quinlan.
Musen spread it out now, 4-5 car lengths. Kyle and Carl settle back. Great side-by-saddle with former track champion Joe Bush down to the inside. Here comes Brian Campbell. He's down to the inside of Brayton. What a battle for second, third, fourth, and fifth as they cross the line.
Second through fifth in a great battle now. Barry Harwell looking to join him in the 6th spot, the number 1 machine. Grant Quinlan right there as well in 7th. Terry Seneca Jr. lurking back there in the 8th position. Jay Newick is 9th. Dave Lake rounding out the top 10 as Ross Musen continues to lead 4 laps in, 1:21 to go. Campbell to 4th. Now he's searching for 3rd as he tries to get by Alec Carl. Joe Bush has worked his way into the 2nd spot. He may have company on the podium. Here comes Campbell to the inside of Alec Carl for the 3rd position. Give 3rd spot to Campbell, the 47, but Carl fighting back on the high side. Barry Harwell right there as well as Travis Braden, the 2-time defending series champion, shuffled back to the 6th position. At the line, Campbell barely over Carl.
Musen's probably going to have company here shortly. Joe Bush hanging on a second. Good side-by-side battle for third. Brian Campbell's trying to get up there. And Carl, the spot is blocked by Joe Bush. We see if he takes it 3 wide. No, he keeps it 2 wide for the moment. Campbell trying to get 2nd spot away from track champ Joe Bush.
Alec Carl is regrouped. He's on the outside. Gets by Campbell. Now he challenges Joe Bush around the high side, the number 5 machine. The Grand Rapids, Michigan driver. Good run so far as he'll get it climb back into the 2nd spot, the number 5. Carl not happy with 2nd. He's going after Ross Musen on the high side. Into turns 3 and 4. Carl with the advantage on the outside. Coming out of turn number 4, new leader, lap number 9, Alec Carl.
Carl made that look easy. Now Musen gets passed by Campbell. Throw Brian into 2nd. Musen settles back to 3rd. Here comes Barry Hartwell. He looks on the outside of Musen. Musen's backing it up. It's Carl, Campbell, and now Musen side by side with Hartwell for 3rd.
Hartwell in the 4th spot behind him. Joe Bush will shovel back to 5th. Travis Braden is right there as well. Here comes Terry Seneca Jr. in the 36 machine. He got by points leader Grant Quinlan as the 131 of Nick Galata well off the pace in turn number 2. Tough break for the North Canton, Ohio driver. Galata trying to work his way, and the caution flag will fly. '10 Rookie of the Year, Nick Galata, the 131 machine, the McGonigal Engine Performance Chevrolet. Slow off the pace before rolling here. Now he rolls to a stop there in the backstretch. Tough break for Galata, started in the 14th position. Double file restarts, as we mentioned at the top of the race. Alec Carl, your race leader, has the option of choosing the inside or the outside. He chooses the inside, which forces Brian Campbell to the high side in this restart, which may not be such a bad idea for Campbell, as Carl and Campbell lead him out of turns 3 and 4. Chief starter Brian Nuckins got the green flag in hand, and we're back underway here at the Berlin 125. Campbell and Carl side by side. Campbell with the advantage on the high side. Campbell clears Carl going into turns 3 and 4. New leader is Brian Campbell in the 47. Campbell, your leader. Barry Hartwell to the high side of one machine. He'll take over the second spot. Hartwell now challenging Brian Campbell for the lead. Alec Carl shuffled back to third. Ross Musen working his way back to fourth. Joe Bush decides to go high. He'll challenge Ross Musen for the fourth spot. But up front, Brian Campbell, your leader. Barry Hartwell, an impressive run for the number 1 machine. He's in the second spot. Campbell and Hartwell battling for the top spot. Alec Carl third. Here comes Joe Bush to the high side. Carl shuts the door coming out of turn number 4. They head into turn 1. Allows Ross Musen to the inside. Back behind them, Travis Braden, Terry Seneca Jr., Grant Quinlan. That's a good battle between 6th through 8th. And now look to the front. Barry Hartwell to the inside of Brian Campbell. Give the lead to Barry Hartwell on lap 15.
Barry Hartwell assumes the lead of the backstretch. Hartwell does not have a feature win at Berlin Raceway ever. Boy, would this be a big one to do it tonight. Campbell runs second, Carl third, Bush and Musen hang in there in the top 5. They're single file. Oh, car gets loose. Seneca and Quinlan get together back for 7th and 8th.
Barry Hartwell leads the way as he drove right around Edco Welding fast qualifier Brian Campbell. Now Hartwell out in front, the Ada Michigan driver leading a stellar field of cars here at Berlin Raceway. We complete lap 17. Barry Hartwell, the 23-year-old driver from Ada, Michigan, out in front. Brian Campbell content to ride in second for now. Alec Carl is third to number 5. Joe Bush fourth to the 101. Ross Musen rounding out the top 5 to 99. Go back to Terry Seneca Jr., 6th into 36. The 01 Travis Braden to 7th. 28 Grant Quinlan 8th. 84 Jay Newick 9th. The 55 Dave Lake rounding out the top 10. Andrew Nylon just outside the top 10 at 11th. In the number 77, Hunter Bays is working his way through the field. He's in 12th. He started 20th. But up front, it is Barry Hartwell continuing to lead. Now Terry Seneca Jr. starting to feel racy on the high side. Was in 6th. He challenges and passes Musen for 5th. Now he's going after Joe Bush for the 4th spot. Here comes Terry Seneca Jr. in the 36. Now Alec Carl to the inside of Brian Campbell. That is 4th, second spot. 2nd through 8th, all running together. Campbell leading the way with Carl in 2nd in that group. 3rd of the racetrack. Terry Seneca Jr. gets by Joe Bush, give him 4th spot. Corey Deucer calls it a night, number 71. Tough break for Georgetown, Indiana driver.
Single file on the backstretch now. Hartwell takes it to the 3 and 4. 5 car lengths over Campbell. Carl hanging on to 3rd. Seneca's there now on the 4th, knocking on the back door, trying to crack the top 5. Joe Bush is hanging on. Good battle side by side for 6. Musen gets side by side with Braden. Next for the 6th position.
First car to go a lap down, the 18 of Mark Lambert. Lambert and that Global Paint Initiative Chevrolet just picking up that sponsorship for the rest of the season beginning this weekend. Lambert experiencing nothing but problems throughout the course of the afternoon into the evening. as the Noblesville, Indiana driver, the winner of the Fast Qualifier award at Anderson Speedway 2 weekends ago, having troubles here today at Berlin Raceway as he goes a lap down.
Single file out front, it's Hartwell, Campbell, and Carl. No major battle, so you get a little bit farther back. Side by side, there you got the lap machine in the way. Braden tries to get around, takes Musin in tow, shove Musin back to the 6th position. Braden now cracks, should cook Braden in the 6th position, shove Musin back to 7th.
This time by 26 laps completed, 99 laps to go. Barry Hartwell continues to lead. The number 1 machine, the 47, Brian Campbell, riding second. Alec Carl third in the 5. Terry Seneca Jr. fourth in the 36. Now Seneca Jr. taking a peek to the inside of Alec Carl, thinks better of it, tucks back in behind. As Hartwell continues to lead the field through turns 1 and 2. Seneca looking to regroup, looking to re-challenge the number 5 of Alec Carl to try to get into that podium position. Seneca starting in the 8th spot. He's currently up to 4th.
Houston battles back on the inside, and Braden goes back around and puts himself back in the 6th position. Shoved Braden back to 7th. In Quinlan in the 8th position. Newick and Dave Lake still rounding out your top 10. Lake a little bit farther back. Seneca still there, trying to back in the back door. 3rd position. That'd be Alec Carl.
Barry Hartwell continues to show the way. 29 laps completed, 96 laps to go. Hartwell, your leader, trying to open up a bit of a gap on the 47 of Brian Campbell as the battle for 3rd resumes. The 5 of Alec Carl, 36 of Terry Seneca Jr. Carl again shut the door coming out of turn number 4, but Seneca looking to open it back up coming out of turns 1 and 2. But Carl with a great run off of turn number 2 tries to get away from Seneca.
Trying to get away from Seneca. Seneca's hanging right there. Nothing doing so far. Top 5 still been the stable top 5 for a little while. Here comes Musin. Now Musin got ahead of steam. He's going to go around Joe Bush. He's going to try the crack 5, try to crack the top 5. He shoves Bush back to the 5th position, 6th position. Put Musin back in the top 5. Seneca still knocking on the back door. Carl for 3rd.
Now Brian Campbell challenging. Oh, we got trouble right here in the front stretch. Hard contact in the front stretch wall. Alec Carl was off the pace in front of the field. Try to get out of the way. Hartwell was off the pace, trying to get out of the way. Alec Carl nowhere to go. Major contact here on the front stretch wall. Brings out the caution flag with 2 of your leaders. Coming out of turn number 4, Matt, Barry Hartwell suddenly slowed down. Not sure if it was some kind of issue, an electrical problem perhaps, but he's just suddenly wove the car down like the car lost power. 31 laps completed, 94 laps to go. Brian Campbell, your leader, takes the high lane, forces your 2nd place driver, Terry Seneca Jr. to the bottom. Out of 4, green flags out, we're back underway. Seneca to the inside of Campbell as they battle side by side for the lead. Heard that many, many times over the years here at Berlin. Campbell, Seneca, battle. Leader, Campbell.
2 of Berlin's best are up there going at it side by side. Terry Seneca on the inside of Brian Campbell. They stay side by side. Campbell, middle of the upper part of the racetrack. Seneca keeps keeping right on the bottom. They're still side by side on lap number 92.
Just behind them, a couple crafty veterans, 3rd and 4th. The 99 of Ross Musin, the 101 of Joe Bush. Top 4 drivers, many, many laps here around Berlin Raceway. Then look who's in 5th. Overall and rookie points leader, just 16 years old. Grant Quinlan in the 28. Jay Newick, a good run for him. Running in the 6th spot, the 84 machine. Dave Lake is 7th. Andrew Nylon is 8th. Battle for 9th. The 1 of Cody Coughlin, the 13 of Hunter Bays. But up front, Brian Campbell continues to show the way in the 47. Seneca not letting Campbell stray too far out in front. Matter of fact, he'll take a peek to the inside, thinks better of it, tucks back in behind. This time, 36 laps completed. Campbell and Seneca getting away from the rest of the pack. Ross Musin trying to get away from Joe Bush, who's trying to get away from Grant Quinlan. But up front, it's all Campbell and Seneca. There's nose to tail as they make their way out of turn number 4. Rasmussen getting away from Joe Bush for now. Solidly in the third spot by himself. As the battle for the lead continues, Brian Campbell in the 47, Terry Seneca Jr. in the 36. Seneca following Campbell's tire tracks around the 7/16 mile here at Berlin Raceway. Seneca sizing up the Wyoming, Michigan driver, lets him know he's there. Coming out of turn number 4, Campbell still your leader, lap 39. Campbell still showing the way in the number 47. Seneca continues to follow, not quite ready to strike just yet. Perhaps sizing up Brian Campbell's. They make their way out of turns 3 and 4 one more time, completing lap 41. Back in the field, Mewson has solidly gotten away from Joe Bush. He's in third by himself. Bush is fourth. Grant Quinlan is fifth. Go back to Jay Newick running in a sixth spot in the number 84. Dave Lake is seventh in the 55. Battle for eighth now as Cody Coughlin starting to make his presence felt. Coughlin to eighth. He gets by Andrew Nylon, who shovels him back to ninth. Chris Anthony in the 55 machine started 19th. He's in the top 10 for the first time this evening. In the meantime, up front, new leader, Terry Seneca Jr. just drove right around Brian Campbell, takes over the lead on lap 43. Terry Seneca Jr., your leader in the 36. Brian Campbell now second. Seneca sized him up, drove right around Brian Campbell. Now Seneca already pulling away in the number 36 machine. Seen this many, many times in the Outlaw Super Late Model shows here at Berlin Raceway. Once Seneca gets out in the lead, there is no stopping the Wayland, Michigan driver. Will that success transfer over to the template Super Late Model? Still a long way to go. 46 laps completed. Brian Campbell is second, and Ross Mewson slowly but surely reeling in Campbell. Terry Seneca Jr. showing the way in the number 36. Brian Campbell second, the 47. Ross Mewson third, the 99. Joe Bush, the veteran out of Hastings, Michigan. Good run for him, the fourth spot. And right behind him, 16-year-old Grant Quinlan, the 28 machine, the overall rookie points leader in the ARCA CRA Super Series, rounding out the top 5. Both Seneca and Campbell get by the lap car, the 18 of Mark Lambert. As this time by, we are 2/5 of the way through the Berlin 125. 50 laps completed, 75 laps to go. The 36 of Terry Seneca Jr. is your leader. 47, Brian Campbell second. 99, Ross Mewson is third. 101, Joe Bush is fourth. The 28, Grant Quinlan rounding in the top 5. Battle for 6, the 84, Jay Newick currently 6, but here goes Dave Lake around the outside. Give Dave Lake the 6th spot. Jay Newick shuffled back to 7. Cody Coughlin now the 8th and the 1. Chris Anthony is 9th. Hunter Bays rounding in the top 10. But up front, it is all Terry Seneca Jr. as Brian Campbell trying not to let Seneca put too much real estate between himself and Seneca, as Seneca about to approach the back of the lead pack cars, beginning with the 72 of Thomas Wooden, just in front of Wooden, the winner at Anderson Speedway 2 weeks ago. Eddie Van Meter, the 23 machine. Terry Seneca Jr. now looking to carefully negotiate around the 72 of Thomas Wooden. Wooden goes down a lap as Seneca gets by. Now Seneca looking to put a lap in the 23 of Eddie Van Meter. Definitely a different outcome this time around for Van Meter after his win 2 weeks ago. As Van Meter now goes down one lap to Seneca and Campbell. Last car in the lead lap now belongs to the 04 of Matt Hall. Hall, who brought out the first caution before a lap was completed, has it pointed in the right direction. Currently the last car on the lead lap in the 04. Currently 18th on the grid. .58 laps completed that time by as we approach the halfway point of the Berlin 125. Seneca and Campbell getting away from the rest of the field. Almost a full straightaway separating second place of Campbell between third place of the 99 of Ross Musin. As Musin's got a back bumper almost full of Joe Bush. Grant Quinlan 5th, Dave Lake now 6th, Jay Newick 7th, Cody Coughlin 8th, Chris Anthony 9th. Go all the way back to Lauren Bush now in the top 10 for the first time this evening. Completed that time by, it's going to be 61 laps completed this time by a Seneca. Now feeling some pressure from Brian Campbell in the 47. Seneca, a little bit of sparks coming from underneath the 36 of Seneca. Watch him as he goes into turns 1 and 2. As Campbell has caught the back bumper of Seneca. Little bit of sparks coming from underneath the Seneca Performance Chevrolet and Terry Seneca Jr. This time by halfway home. 63 in, 62 to go. Seneca with all kinds of pressure now from Brian Campbell in the 47 machine. As the 04 Matt Hall went a lap down, Seneca feeling the pressure of Campbell, goes to the outside, coming out of turn number 4, nothing doing. Watch Seneca again as he goes through. When he goes into turn 1, some telltale sparks coming from underneath that Seneca Performance Chevrolet as Campbell to the high side of Seneca. New leader lap 65, Brian Campbell. Trouble right here in the front stretch. Couple cars spinning here on the racetrack, possibly some fluids going down. Several cars spinning.
Yeah, Matt, was just watching that, and it's like a pirouette. All of a sudden, 3 or 4 cars spun in different spots. Dave Lake over there looped it in turn 4 by himself. Musin up here spun by himself, it appears. And then we had another car spin down there, so that's speculation at this point, but that sure seems pretty spooky to have all 3 cars doing that. Yep, you can see fluid on the racetrack right there. You can see it right in front of us here, Matt.
Yeah, definitely. You see it right here in the front stretch. You see someone obviously leaking some fluid.
Oh, yeah, look at the lines there in turn number 1. You can see that plain as day. Looks like tire tracks and fluid.
And that's what we're going to do. We've got at least a couple trails of fluid all the way around the 7/16 mile. CRA, ARCA CRA Super Series officials making the call. We're going to bring the cars down pit road, allow the safety team to be able to work on the racetrack, clean up the fluids off the racetrack. G-Star Brian Duncan gives him the 1 lap to go signal. We will go green the next time by. Brian Campbell in the double foul restarts, chooses the high lane, which forces your second place car, this time to 101 of Joe Bush to the bottom. Coughlin Cars pace car pulls on the pit road. Brian Campbell, Joe Bush lead him on turns 3 and 4. Chief starter Brian Duncan, the green flag in hand, and we're back underway with the Berlin 125. Brian Campbell, your leader in the 47 machine. He will officially retake the lead on lap 65. Campbell into the lead for the third time in this event. Second and third now are both of the Racing Awareness supporting Helen DeVos Children's Hospital machines. The 101 of Joe Bush, the 55 of Dave Lake. Grant Quinlan is fourth, and here comes Cody Coughlin in the number 1 machine. Coughlin to the high side of Chris Anthony for the 5th spot. Give 5th to Cody Coughlin in the number 1. Coughlin to 5th now. He'll look to challenge Grant Quinlan for the 4th spot. Anthony to 6th. Andrew Nyline is 7th. Lauren Bush is 8th. Hunter Mays is 9th. Now Travis Braden back in the top 10. The 01 machine, trailed by Wes Griffith Jr. into 33. Up front, Brian Campbell continues to show the way in the 47. Joe Bush running second. Dave Lake is third in the 55. Grant Quinlan, Cody Coughlin, your top 5. Caution flag on the speedway as Ross Musin goes around over in turn. Number 2, Nick Galata also spun. Brian Campbell leads them into turns 3 and 4. Joe Bush flanking his inside. Out of 4, green flag, we're back underway. Brian Campbell with 15 career ARCA CRA Super Series victories, looking for win number 16. It will be his 7th here at Berlin as Chris Anthony way up high, the speedy drive, top of turn number 4. 70 laps completed, 55 laps to go, make it 71 this time by as Campbell your leader. Dave Lake falling back, Grant Quinlan the 3rd, Cody Coughlin now the 4th spot, the number 1 machine. Shuffling Dave Lake back to 5th, a battle with fellow number 55, Chris Anthony. Battle back in the field, Andrew Nylon, the 77, the orange and white 101 of Lauren Bush, battle for the 7th and 8th position respectively. Bush around the high side, give her 7th spot. Shuffle Nylon to 8th, Hunter Bays is 9th. Now Dalton Armstrong, his first appearance in the top 10, he's 10th in the number 4. Armstrong, the 2015 Florida Speed Weeks Pro Late Model Champion, also winner of the season opener for the Jag CRA All-Stars Tour. With this time by, we are 3/5 of the way through the Berlin 125, 75 laps completed, 50 laps to go. Brian Campbell continues to show the way in the 47. Joe Bush second to 101, Grant Quinlan third to 28, Cody Coughlin fourth in the 1, Dave Lake rounding out the top 5. As he and fellow number 55, Chris Anthony, continue to battle for that final position in the top 5. Lauren Bush right there as well, she's in 7th. Joe Bush hanging on to the 2nd position. A great run for the former track champion from Hastings, Michigan. But a great run as well. Only his 3rd ever appearance here at Berlin Raceway for Grant Quinlan in the 28 machine. Quinlan, the youngest driver in the field, 16 years old, the overall and rookie points leader in the 28. Cody Coughlin, an outstanding run of the number 1 machine. He started 21st. He's up to 4th in that Jegs.com Toyota. But Brian Campbell continues to show the way. Brian Campbell continuing to lead, looking for career win number 16 in the ARCA CRA Super Series. He's already 5th all time. He trails both the Canadian legend Junior Hanley and Johnny Van Dorn, who are tied for 3rd with 18 career wins. Campbell coming into tonight with 15. Joe Bush, a great run in 2nd spot in the racing awareness, supporting Helen DeVos Children's Hospital number 101. 2nd spot for the Hastings, Michigan driver, 1993 track champion here at Berlin. Grant Quinlan is 3rd. He's got a bumper full of Cody Coughlin, who is 4th. Dave Lake is 5th. Battle for 6th. The white and red 55 of Chris Anthony, and here comes Lauren Bush to the inside. Up front, Brian Campbell with just about a 2nd lead over the 101 of Joe Bush. We complete lap 85. 85 laps completed, 40 laps to go. Back in the field, battle for 8th, the 77 of Andrew Nylon, the 13 of Hunter Bays. A little bump, little rub. That forces Dalton Armstrong to tap the brakes momentarily. Everyone checks up but keeps on going, moving forward. Travis Braden's right there. So is the 33 of Wesker Jr., the 99. Ross Musin is back after the last caution flag. So is the 8 of Jordan Pruitt. Mark Lambert, the last car on the lead lap, the number 18 machine. Lambert, the Noblesville, Indiana rookie, currently 17th on the track. Just got the free pass after that last caution flag. Unfortunately, goes back a lap down the 18. Lambert's Global Paint Initiative Chevrolet. Third through 7th are in a dogfight, led by 16-year-old Grant Quinlan in the 28 machine. Cody Coughlin in the 1, Dave Lake in the blue 55, Chris Anthony in the white and red 55, Lauren Bush in the 101. A great battle, 3rd through 7th. Nick Galata in the 131, just ahead of your race leader, Brian Campbell. Still turning laps. Unofficially 31 laps off the pace in the 131. Nick Galata just turned laps, gaining some valuable points. Just 3 races into the 14 race schedule for the ARCA CRA Super Series. As Brian Campbell continues to show the way at the number 47 as laps continue to wind down. Brian Campbell continues to lead. The 47 continues to knock down laps. He was the winner of the 7-Up 100 presented by Royal Truck and Trailer Sales back on April 11th down at Toledo Speedway in Toledo, Ohio. Elected to miss the 2nd ARCA CRA Super Series race to concentrate on the Boyd Machine Company Super Late Model Series title here at Berlin Raceway. Looking to gain some of those valuable ARCA CRA Super Series points back here at his home track at Berlin Raceway with Thomas Wooden right in front of him, the number 72, followed by the 23 of Eddie Van Meter. '72 of Wooden, 1 of 6. Seneca Performance Rookie of the Year title contenders goes a lap down to your race leader Brian Campbell. Now Eddie Van Meter, the winner of the last race we had on April 26th down at Anderson Speedway. Van Meter, the 23, about to go a lap down. Laps continuing to wind down for Brian Campbell in the 47, almost a full straightaway, and 2 lap cars separate him and Joe Bush in the 101 machine. Chris Anthony has worked his way up to the 3rd spot in the 55. Grant Quinlan is 4th. Cody Coughlin shoveled back to 5th. Lauren Bush now 6th in the orange and white 101. Dave Lake 7th in the blue and white 55. Dalton Armstrong is 8th. Hunter Bays 9th. Ross Musen back in the top 10 once again in the 99.
Man, one of the battles been to watch is third position on back. Chris Anthony, Quinlan, Coughlin, and Bush and Lake all on that freight train. They got past a bunch of lap cars, and all that was going on. Anthony found himself in 8th position just 15 laps ago. Now up to 3rd. Long distance back from Joe Bush. Got a whole back straightaway to go. Who's trying to get around some more lap cars. Either way, though, Anthony having a great run late in the race with just 25 laps to go.
So we're past the 4/5 of the way mark of the Berlin 125. 101 in the books, 24 to go. Brian Campbell continuing to lead, puts Andrew Nyland down a lap. Jay Newick just in front of your race leader. Newick showing 15th on the grid at this moment. 15 cars left in the lead lap. And now Dave Lake with problems with the 55 machine. Lake well off the pace. Tough break for that second. Racing Awareness supporting Helen DeVos, Children's Hospital Chevrolet. Tough break for the Marne, Michigan driver. Dave Lake calls it a night.
Dave calls it a night with just 22 laps to go. Dave was running in the 7th, a solid top 10 position. His teammate Joe Bush hoping for better fare, running in that solid 2nd position. So far, we'll see. Without a caution flag, we'll see if there's any chance to catch Brian Campbell up front, if it's going to be another Brian. Joe's hanging tough, but still not able to run him down. We're running out of time, too, with just 21 laps to go.
Lake drops out. Jay Newick now a lap down in 14th in the 84 machine. Matt Hall, an adventurous evening for the 04 machine. Hall running in 13th position. He is now the last car on the lead lap. Just ahead of him is the black number 8 of Jordan Pruitt. As Campbell has checked out on Joe Bush in the 101 machine. Laps continuing to wind down, 106. Laps completed, 19 to go. Campbell's lead over Bush, 3.5 seconds. Chris Anthony solidly in 3rd. Grant Quinlan trying to fight off Cody Coughlin and Lauren Bush. That is 4th, 5th, and 6th. Dalton Armstrong all by himself in 7th. Ross Musen is up to 8th. Hunter Bays is 9th. Wes Griffith Jr. rounding out the top 10. Travis Brayton is 11th in the 01 machine. Jordan Pruitt is 12th, and he is the last car on the lead lap as Matt Hall just went a lap down in the 04 car.
Running out of laps now with just 17 laps to go. Campbell's lead. Trying to do the math. It's big. We can see it on the racetrack. He's trying to get an extra number either way. Campbell, unless he has an issue with some lap traffic, might be his to lose. Coming down 16 laps to go. It'll be 15 this time, guy. Joe Bush is still a whole half straightaway behind.
As Campbell looks to get by the number 8 of Jordan Pruitt. Pruitt 12th on the racetrack. Making 11 cars left on the lead lap as Brian Campbell looking ahead to his 7th win here at Berlin Raceway in the ARCA CRA Super Series. It would be his 16th career ARCA CRA Super Series triumph. Solidly 5th all time if he can hang on for another 13.5 laps. This time by 112 in the record books. 13 to go for Brian Campbell. And Campbell approaching two-time defending series champion Travis Brayton in the 01 machine. Something that hasn't happened in a couple of years in ARCA CRA Super Series competition. Travis Braden about to go a lap down in the 01 machine, that West Virginia University Chevrolet. Braden 11th on the racetrack, last car in the lead lap, trying to fight off Campbell to stay in the lead lap. But this time by 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go for Brian Campbell in the 47. Campbell finally gets by Braden, puts him a lap down. 10 cars remaining on the lead lap. The 33 of Wes Griffiths Jr., who started 25th, is in the top 10, but he's also the last car in the lead lap. But Campbell is a few car lengths behind.
8 laps to go for Brian Campbell. If he wins this, he'll be on the way for a chance anyway, for a chance at a $100,000 bonus. So Campbell's got some extra money on the line, and he was fast time. So some big money on the line for Brian Campbell. He's got to hang on for 7 more laps. 3 more lap cars to deal with in turn number 1 and now turn number 2.
Port City Race Cars putting up the $500 bonus for tonight's winner. Of course, Brian Campbell utilizing that Port City chassis. Also, Campbell looking at the Team Construction Clean Sweep Award, a $400 bonus. He already won the $100 bonus for winning the Edco Welding Fast Qualifier Award. So Brian Campbell's might need a U-Haul to take out all the awards he may potentially win here at this event. As this time by, he's looking at 5 laps to go for Brian Campbell in the 47.
5 laps to go. Lap cars all over the place in front of him. 2 and 3 wide. Slow cars. He's got to weave his way through. He's able to do so far. Got to be real conservative these last few laps. Don't need to tear it up with that lap cars. Coming by with 4 laps to go for Brian Campbell.
And Campbell just picked up another award, the Van Dorn Racing Development Lap Leader Award. He'll lead the most laps in this event in the 47 machines. The awards keep piling up. And he's 3.5 laps away with plenty of real estate and lap cars between himself and second place Joe Bush in a 101. 3 laps to go for Brian Campbell.
3 laps to go for Brian Campbell. Joe Bush a distant second. Chris Anthony. And how about Lauren Bush cracking the top 4 in the bright orange 101. Her dad is second. She'll finish 4th. Could be a great finish for her with just 3 laps to go now for Brian as he comes by the stripe this time.
Chris Anthony, as you mentioned, 3rd. Lauren Bush 4th. Then you go back to Cody Coughlin rounding out the top 5. The number 1 machine. Coughlin, a great run for him at Berlin Raceway. Not one of his favorite racetracks. He's struggled in the past. But Coughlin going to get out of here with a top 5 finish. This time by, though, the white flag, 1 to go. He lets Travis Braden go. Braden back in the lead lap. Campbell wisely letting Braden go by. No sense in rushing this as he'll make his way through turns 3 and 4. Out of turn 4. 2nd victory of the season, 16th of his career for Brian Campbell.
Brian Campbell wins. Big win for Brian. Joe Bush, former track champion, comes home 2nd. Chris Anthony comes home 3rd. Daughter Lauren Bush comes home 4th. Cody Coughlin rounds out the top 5. Then it was Grant Quinlan, Dalton Armstrong, Ross Mewson, Hunter Bays, and Wes Griffith as the final cars come across the line. Travis Braden comes home 11th. He was the last car on the lead lap. Jordan Pruitt, Matt Hall, Jay Newick, and Andrew Dylon through the 15th position. 16th, Mark Lambert, Eddie Van Meter, 17th. Thomas Wooden, 18th, Dave Lake, and Nick Galata in the 20th position. All these cars were on pits at the end of this one, including Terry Seneker at the 21st position, Will Olmstead, 22nd. Barry Hartwell comes home 23rd, Alec Carl, Corey Deucer, and Terry Van Heitzma as well. So Brian Campbell makes his way down to the Great Clips victory lane. Matt's going to make his way down and get words with some of our winners and finishers tonight. There you see Brian taking to the Great Clips victory lane. You see Joe Bush and Chris Anthony and Lauren Bush in tow as well. Great night of racing, fans. We sure appreciate you hanging in there with us tonight. We know we had several delays, but we're glad you hung in there with us and hope you had a great time. We do invite you down to the pits. As soon as we get the cars and everything safely removed from the track, we do invite you down to go check out some of these cool race cars up close and personal. talk to some of these drivers if you'd like. They'd be glad to see you. You're welcome to hang out here too. The Left Turn Lounge is open for some good drinks and specials and all that good stuff down there on your way out. So feel free to stop by and hang out for a little while longer at the track if you like. We're not sending you home, but if you are headed home, please drive safely. But you can head down to the pits this time as well. And I'll send it down to Matt Prier with our winner, Brian Campbell.
For the 16th time in his ARCA CRA Super Series career, 7th time here at Berlin Raceway, Brian Campbell goes to victory lane here at his home track. Solidly 5th all-time in the wins list. He climbs out of the car. Your winner of the Berlin 125, Brian Campbell.
Thank you.
Brian, what an outstanding job. Congratulations. We've done this a few times here at Berlin Raceway. Just give you a little bit of stats. We just told the fans. This is your 16th ARCA CRA Super Series win, 5th all-time. 7 of those have come here at Berlin Raceway. It's your home track. This has got to mean something special.
Yeah, it's like I grew up racing here or something. Yeah, it always is fun to come here, and we're racing here. For all the local races, the super late model races here. So it's always fun to come here. Definitely with the CRA guys and Glenn. I love racing this series and continue to do it as long as we can.
Now, Brian, you take us back a few laps ago, just past halfway, lap 64. Fluid all over the racetrack. I saw you made the dive underneath Terry Seneca Jr. to take the lead. What was going on? I mean, it looked like there was fluid everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know if he was pedaling or what, or I just kind of thought I wanted to go lead again. And so I went there, and my car was fine. I think whatever happened to Terry happened when I was on the outside of him, because I didn't get any fluid at all, and obviously there was a ton on the track. So I don't really know what happened to him or how it all happened, but even with the one car, when he his engine quit and we ducked underneath him, it's just kind of right place at the right time tonight. And it was just everyone's looking out for us tonight, I guess.
3 starts overall in 2015, 3 trips to victory lane. What a great way to start the 2015 racing season.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It's a testament to the guys and our winter work, Port City Race Cars, and all of our sponsors, Enterprise Iron Metal, Merritt Speedway, Rushi. Everyone coming on board has a part, whether it be small or large, and without everyone, a team doesn't work. And we spend a lot of time testing here and testing everywhere, and trying to get these cars as best as we can. So,
race fans, your winner of the Berlin 125. Big round of applause for Brian Campbell.